The Tree Keeper's Oracle tells a story of the trees that are guardians to the sacred spaces where the veil between worlds is thin. Contents of this oracle and guidebook were entrusted to the creator from a tree keeper in Lapland, who guarded one of the ancient groves in a reindeer forest. The Tree Keeper's Oracle has 44 cards, comes with a fully illustrated and colored guidebook that includes not just messages of the cards, but lessons that we can learn from the trees. Hi, I'm Ruby. I'm here to help improve your tarot practice through my tarot chats and deck reviews. Today, we're doing a review of the Tree Keeper's Oracle. Now, I do think that this box is absolutely stunning. I think it's really pretty, and it opens like that. I already took the cards out. We get a little poem here. This is what the cards look like. They are gilded gold. It's really, really stunning. They're also quite glossy, so it's a little bit hard to show. But yeah, this is the Tree Keeper's Oracle. What initially attracted me to this deck was the artwork. I do have another tree-themed deck, which is the Tarot of Trees, and that one feels more grounded, where the Tree Keeper's Oracle really gave me goosebumps the first time that I covered it in my monthly deck releases video. Its artwork is much more intricate and there are so many more little details to see, and you can really take your time looking at each card to see how it all relates to the card's title. The artwork is from the same illustrator as the Shadowscapes Tarot. Her name is Stephanie Law. I think this deck can really be used for any type of reading where you're looking for a little bit more depth. I also think that if you are one who wants a more grounded type of deck or is looking for more of that grounded type energy, I don't think this is the deck. And personally, I have a lot of decks that I grab for that grounded energy. So for me, this offers something really, really different. It goes a little bit more into the spiritual realm. It goes a little bit beyond like the veil that they're talking about on the box where I said that the veil between worlds is thin. And the first card that I pulled with this deck immediately resonated with me, and it wasn't like a hard slap in the face, but it was very confronting, I should say. So already this deck does not hold back, and even talking about this deck, I'm getting goosebumps again, and I think working with this deck is going to be incredibly valuable for me. Now, in the guidebook, there is not a whole lot of beginner information, which I think is good because a lot of guidebooks already cover how to read cards and all of that. So we have that covered in like every other Tarot and Oracle deck guidebook, but I did really enjoy the introduction. I'm not going to show too much of that because I want you to read it for yourself if you get it. And it talks about, I don't know if it's pronounced a doorway, but it's like the little doors in the trunk of a tree known as a doorway, a portal between worlds. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then they do have a bit about how to use this deck, but it's not like super practical as in shuffle the cards, blah blah, ask a question, but it really goes into the spirituality of it and how to go deeper into the card meaning, where they don't want you to pull multiple cards at once. They want you to pull one card and really ponder that and really go deep into that message, almost in like a meditative way. And then we go straight into the card meanings. So for every card we have the full illustrated image of the card, the title, and then it's not so much of an interpretation as it is sort of the story of the tree, or the story of, in this case, for the first card, Keeper of Self-Love, it's like a story of self-love. Many of us forget to include ourselves in acts of loving kindness. Human beings are hardwired for both love and struggles. Put your arms around your inner self with all the gentleness you can muster. Consider this: you are the only you in the entire universe. You deserve to experience love from the inside out, independent of what the world offers or takes away. So I do really like the messages that are in here. I do think that you guys know I am way more of the grounded, non-spiritual types of decks. That is sort of what really resonates with me in my practice, but somehow there is something about this deck that really pulls me in and that really makes me interested in this deck. The guidebook does not have any spreads though, but I think it makes sense with the way that the creator wants you to read with the cards. My final review of the Tree Keepers Oracle is that I think it is really special, and I'm super excited to work more with it. I really want to pull cards from this deck for my confidence boost readings that I still offer in my shop. Link is down in the description. And I recommend this deck for anyone who is looking for an Oracle deck that goes beyond, I guess, the veil, but also if you're looking for a deck that is not super grounded, but that goes more in depth, that goes more, that's like more spiritual leaning. And for who feels that the trees really have a story to tell, or who are very interested in learning the stories of the trees, which sounds like an insane thing, right? And as someone who feels very down to earth and who really isn't into all of that super spiritual stuff, I respect it, but I never really feel like it's something for me or it's something that resonates with me. Somehow this does. It feels a little fairy tale-y, I guess. I think this deck would pair really well with some more of the fairy tale types of decks, like maybe the Mystic Fairy Tarot, the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, even the Shadowscapes Tarot by the same illustrator. I think the box is also really, really pretty. And I like the guidebook. I would have loved to see more keywords or more of an interpretation, a little bit more practical, but that is just not what this deck was meant for. It was really meant for you to read the story and to look through the image, to look for answers, if that makes sense. It doesn't want to just hand you the answers, it wants you to work for it, which I guess I can appreciate. If you enjoyed my review of the Tree Keepers Oracle, I recommend you also watch my review of the Unfolding Path Tarot. I think it has a very similar energy, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on this deck and the Unfolding Path Tarot. Link is on the screen right now. Subscribe for more tarot chats and deck reviews, but for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!